see me and also come in here and talk. What's going on in there?
Exactly.
All right, cool.
People, what's going on? People, every Thursday night, you guys already know, man. Your boy Bobby in the building alongside.
It's your boy Mikey Advisor. What's going on?
Woo, woo, woo.
Effing vodka.
Man, yeah, we mixing up some drinks tonight.
Yeah.
What we got? Effing vodka.
Yeah.
You know, McCormick's is back from DR, and we're having a great discussion tonight.
Yeah, what we talking about tonight?
Mike.
And tonight, listen. Let's just be honest tonight, okay? We're gonna get straight to the point tonight. It's gonna be a short segment. The reason why it's short really is irrelevant, but you know we love to practice what we preach, right?
For sure.
So, you know, we don't want to keep you guys up. We know these things can go late. A lot of people got to wake up on Friday, you know, grind, go to work, whatever. So we want to kind of keep it nice and concise, 30 minutes, get straight to it. So today, Bobby, this topic came up because some men feel it's an issue to have this mentality.
Yeah.
And I want to clarify for the ladies what we're in reference to. We're not talking about your husband. We're not talking about your fiance to be your husband.
Facts.
We're talking about men who are dating. Okay. Why men should have or keep their options open, right?
I mean, you just have to. You should.
It
should be a law.
Before you even jump
in,
before you even I already know what he about to do.
For real.
His shirt off, ready to go in. He's just a law.
These men got this thing. You're dating. You just started dating and you closing your options. You don't know her yet.
Right.
Let her compete.
So there you go. Let's start with that, right? There's nothing wrong.
Polio, what's up, baby?
I feel like there's nothing wrong, and men need to understand there's nothing wrong with women competing, right? And women is not disrespecting because we should be competing for you as well, right? This is what we're supposed to be doing. So, but there's nothing wrong with competing. Giving everything and falling in her lap or just giving everything to her. Most, not all, but most will be like, you're just boring. Why do you think Future is so amazing? Why do you think the Thugs are so amazing? Because they're hard to figure out. Because they're curiosity. And what I'm not telling men to go out there and just be curious, just be hard to figure out on purpose.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that there should be competition. There should be you should have at least some situation to where she proves to you, because you should have some type of standard.
Correct.
It can't just be like Bobby said. Anyone who walks in the door,
oh my God,
you're locked down because you started quote unquote talking to her. No. Yeah. Does this person match your standard? Do they align with you? Bobby, what do you think?
We gotta look at it too, right? Like, there's a lot of men that haven't had enough women to understand what we're talking about tonight.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, let's be honest, right? There's some men that they don't date quality women. There's some men that haven't had not even 5 women in their whole life, and they're 40 years old. So once they get the limited options that they have and choose an individual.
So Bobby, are you saying there's no such thing as there's no such thing as too much women?
There is such thing as too many women, but there's some dudes that they don't have that option. Because again, sometimes obesity doesn't give them that option. Sometimes finances doesn't give them that option.
Just the cards they're dealt.
Exactly.
Let's just say some man just ugly as hell. You just ain't gonna get a whole bunch of women. It is what it is.
You're not gonna have that option. So, you know, once they get a woman, and you know how some men are, the minute she has that box, automatically give her everything she wants. And this is why there's also a big area of divorces in this world today. A lot of women, I have a couple of my homegirls said they left their husband because of how soft he is. He never speaks up. He never says no. Everything is just a yes man position.
So, is that his fault or their fault?
I could say it could be both. I could fight both sides of the argument.
Actually, I don't. I think it's just their fault. Because end of the day, why did you say yes to that man? What does that say about your decision-making skills when you say after you've hired him as a leader, you've had the chance to test him out as a leader, then you say, oh, nah, before he was managing director.
Correct.
Then you promoted him to CEO.
Correct.
Because you saw what he would be. Then he became CEO for 3 months.
Correct.
And you said, I want to fire him.
You know, Here's a problem too.
So he's your boyfriend, your fiance, then your husband. Am I correct?
Correct.
So how come it's after the fact when he's your husband when you realize, oh, he's too soft?
What you got to realize is too is that there's certain women that date based on vulnerability. They've been single for so long, they're catching me. I'm not saying it's right, just saying why they would do it. Imagine some women don't have their finances in order. They need a guy, knowing that's not what they want. But since he's paying the bills so correct, 100%, he ain't even trying to have the woman pick up a grocery bill. He got it. He got it. He got it. So his guy, yeah, exactly. He got it so much. She decides, let's move forward. Even though I'm not interested in you, we're gonna move forward.
Bobby, that's not a boyfriend. That's not a fiance. That's a sugar daddy.
That's exactly what that is. But the reality is, it's happening, right? Mm. And men, they're letting it happen, and that's why. And like you said, we got to think about this. Some men, they work so much they don't even have time to see what options is there. So once the first one comes about, they just pick it up. Oh, let me just start paying her bills. Because some women got these sad stories like it was your problem. I didn't put you in that situation.
Right.
Appreciate the story. Me, I'm also funny too. Like when I hear women say, look, some kind of certain stories, it already put me in a position where, I'm good on this. Because I could already see this basket of baloney shit she got going on. I'm not interested.
Right.
It's a basket of just issues that you're going to deal with.
Right.
But some men, I'm coming in there. I'm not going to have her compete. First day, I'm taking her to Prime 112. Second day, she had Komodos. He already 400 to 600 in the paint.
Yeah,
okay,
1,000
already. Okay. Third day, he got to beat Komodos. He Googling the high end spot. Okay. now on the fifth day, he taking her Olive Garden. She don't understand. Wow, what's going on with you? You see, you started too high. You know what I'm saying? You got to gradually let women understand. I don't give this lifestyle to every woman. It's based on...
Yeah, it needs to be earned.
Exactly.
Because in life, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you earn. Right? That's
a real thing, man. Like, and I think a lot of dudes, for real, y'all need to let women compete. Especially if you're in that dating stage, you're single, you just started dating. Right. Let women compete. It's okay. You got the first woman, let me just stop talking to her and go, no.
And what do you mean? Let's clarify compete, because we're like, I don't compete with no girls.
You gonna compete. So you compete.
So no, what I mean, I want to clarify this compete thing. I don't want to think that we're saying that women need to compete, meaning you all are in a room and you need to show me which one of y'all love me the most. No. What we're saying is the competition is just the phrase we use.
For sure.
Competing meaning, end of the day, everything in this, in America where we live, there's competition.
For sure.
So Toyota's competing with Lexus, or I'm sorry, with the next make that models it. One bank with the next, one barber with the next. There's always competition, right?
For sure.
Whether direct or indirect, right? Whether you know it or you're not, whether you're trying to compete or you're not, it's still competition. Hey, here's why you should come to me, right? So what I mean by that is that for men, you need to set standards, I feel. Like every man at a certain age needs to start figuring out what his standards are, what type of woman he wants to be with, what he's interested in, what are his non-negotiables, just like women do.
For sure.
But they obviously need to be reasonable.
For sure.
Right, we're not saying we need the next, baddest woman in the world, but you need to know what it is that you like.
Yeah.
What you don't like, and not just physicalities, what you can live with. Because every one of them are going to get on your nerves in some way or another. You're going to get on their nerves.
For sure.
So who can you mesh with for the long term?
See, I look at dating like this, right? I look at being racist like this. You find a person who's 70%. 70% of what you're looking for. Y'all compromise 10%, you tolerate the 20 if it's tolerable. If you can tolerate that 20. But the problem is dudes don't come in like that. She's 90% of what he's not looking for. He still accepts her.
Right.
Then he gets mad later on. He feel like he's being used, but he never put her in a position to understand. I have options.
Yeah.
I don't need you.
Yeah.
I want to be with you.
Yeah.
I chose to be with you.
Yeah.
I chose to save you in certain cases.
Yeah.
I chose to not have you compete with the rest of them.
So, Bobby, are you talking about what it sounds like to me? You can correct me if I'm wrong, but what it sounds like to me, what I'm hearing is that you're saying men need to make sure that they're not settling, or they should stop settling.
100%.
Now, Okay, so when you say that, talk to the women about it. Talk to me about why you feel men should stop settling. Because I hear where you're going with it, but I want you to kind of just elaborate a little bit why you feel men should stop settling. Because I know there are going to be some shifts and changes in our lives, right?
For sure.
But that had to come with figuring out why you should stop selling. Just because it's the highest or the best or the most beautiful thing doesn't mean you're not selling.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by that? Explain that.
Let's go a little bit more in depth, right? Let's think about this. After a while, some men want to get married. After a while, some men, the goal is.
I'm sorry, repeat that again.
After a while, some men, they want to get married.
So some men want to what?
Get married, right?
Yeah.
And if you're married to a person, you're going to be in that house with that individual every day. And at the end of the day, life is not promised. Financially, times get rough.
Yeah.
And you better pray you pick the woman who has some type of stability to stand on or foundation, right?
Okay.
But no, remember, you didn't compete. You took whatever was presented to you. Now, here's the problem. Life got rough. You got 2-3 kids with her.
You saying she need to be rich?
No. She just need to be stable. She need to know how to manage money, probably save. Probably know how to budget.
Okay.
So it ain't about a rich thing because there's a lot of women that have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have nothing to show. They just make a lot of money. And their attitude is also horrible too.
I think that's gonna be our next topic too.
Before
we even get the title, we're gonna get into it.
Hey, that's gonna be a good one. Next week's topic is gonna be so amazing.
Yeah. We'll get into it just yet. But yeah, continue.
But you gotta really think about it, right? You're in it for the long term with a woman, longevity. The woman you picked was not what you really needed. You just picked her because that's what you wanted. All right, cool. Now life got rough. You financially struggling. You've been paying all her bills. She don't know she's allergic to work. Okay.
You say work, she starts sneezing.
Yeah, she's allergic to paying a mortgage. She's allergic to paying a car payment. She don't even know what link you go to. Now you got a financially hardship family now, because now they don't know if we're working out too well. Oh wow, now you about to leave me now because why? Things ain't right. See, a real woman would have stood by your side. A real woman would have said, hold on, I got savings too, babe. Let me help you so we can move forward past the situation. I'll handle the bills for the next 7 months. That's a real woman. A real woman also knows, okay, well, we having the kids together. I want to be the father. I want to be the mother of your child. I want to make sure I take care of our kids.
Yeah. See, there's this thing about, I've realized, because I don't understand these roles, right? I mean, I get why some people may have it and why it's there, right? But there's something called, there's social constructs, and there's also, a better word, a simpler word like culture, right?
Fact. That
men pay the bills, go to work, and women stay home, wash dishes. That's a cultural thing. But it's never been written that that's what we're supposed to do.
No.
Right? So even in the example you gave that, babe, I got savings too, let me help you. Well, day one, it should be a we thing, not a me thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting in a relation as a singular person. Oh, he got the bills. No, we got the motherfucking bills, not he.
Yeah. That's where the problems start too.
Because we got the bills, not he.
People start to feel resentful because imagine you've been paying for everything, and it shit start going wrong, and now this person want 50% of everything, but you was paying everything 50%. You know what I'm saying?
You was just reaping.
You was just reaping the benefits.
No, but she was making a home. She was cooking. She was cleaning.
Oh,
she was folding the clothes.
Oh, so that evens out. That's that misperception of this world today. Because again, this is why a lot of men.
That's her role. That's the social construct.
Right now,
which is what I talk about when it comes to culture. These are things that have been given. They're what we call the unwritten rules, right? Because they've been around for so long. Well, who said they're right? Who said they can't change? Like this is my. I don't.
But again, that's certain women program whatever they want to program into their relationship because sometimes that's all they know. If that's all you've been around, believing that, well, I'm a princess, I'm a queen, a man should take care of everything for me, and that's what it's gonna be. That's cool. There's a man out there for you, but just make sure if the relationship don't work out or you get a divorce, don't say you didn't understand why, because at the end of the day, a man respects a woman who's there for him. A man respects a woman who wants to grow.
That's true.
A man respects a woman who is nurturing for the kids.
Okay.
That's there helping with homework, that cleans, that of course also men too. We clean too. I cook just as good as I can clean. I'm good.
Facts.
I've been managing my house by myself for years. I'm good.
Facts.
So it's not like I don't do that too. But again, there's some men that they think they're on a pedestal.
Right. That's true. And this is, this is where, you know, this requires a certain level of maturity.
Oh,
these
God,
conversations,
yes, facts.
Right? Because there's people who catch temper tantrums. Unfortunately, you're not mature in that aspect of your life.
For sure.
Right? Just because you're older and you have responsibility doesn't mean you're an adult.
That's powerful.
You know what I'm saying? And you're just a big kid. And a lot of people end up staying big kids, right? And I heard that just because you got grown adult responsibilities doesn't make you an adult, because the way you handle them, you act like a child. So, you get mad, you angry, you ain't talk for 3 days. That's childish.
Facts.
Adults address the situation, come to an agreement, they move forward. If the world was constructed around childish people, we would never have nothing. You deposited that check? I don't know where it went. We ain't got it.
That's a real statement.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, imagine.
Like, I put a check in the bank. Y'all ain't got it. What you mean? Like, nah, we don't got it.
Imagine.
You angry? They talk. We don't got no manager. All right, goodbye, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a real issue.
This is what adults do. Maturity requires sticking to what you say you're going to do, standing on what you say you're going to stand on, right? Following through. So when I say this is that when you have these types of relationships and have these types of issues where men feel like they're on pedestals, women feel like they're on pedestals, I feel like, in my opinion, when we have this type of, like, my biggest thing is this: I'm gonna come happy no matter what.
Facts. You add to my happiness, man. That's it.
I am not responsible for your happiness. Let me repeat this again. You are not responsible for my happiness. There's some people, unfortunately, they don't believe this. They don't understand this.
Nah, they don't.
They believe, well, you're my boyfriend, you're my man, you're supposed to make me happy.
Without you, I'll never be happy. You got a problem.
So
you got a real issue.
Let me understand this right.
That don't make no sense.
You was in a belly. You're not a twin, so you went through all these trimesters as a single person. You were born into this earth as a single person. You about to be put in that box when you die, or however you like to go as a single. So, meaning by yourself.
100%.
So if you are not truly happy, and you're looking for that in someone else, your happiness is just like the stock market. It's volatile.
You see, imagine there's some men that pick women like that. That's why I keep understanding. Men, understand you have options, and you got millions of them. So before you choose an option that don't make sense, that you're basing it off of emotion, really think about who you're dating, what she wants in life, how much she cares. Is everything about her? Is she selfless? It's very important.
What her levels of maturity are.
For sure.
What your levels of maturity are. And
Come
what
on.
you need. This is where we go into our last point, is understanding your value.
Oh, God. That's a big problem for a lot of men. They don't know what they're worth. Yeah. Do you know, fellas, do y'all understand how hard it is for women to find a good man right now?
That shit's like...
Well, it's one in a million. I'm telling you, it's hard.
Well, first off, what they believe a good man is. Do they even know what that is? So, and most men could believe that, to a woman, a good man, to certain women, a good man is this long list of things. Well, in reality, it kind of is. They want you built like a man.
For sure.
And in their mind, a man has a certain build. He's tall.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's yatty. He got a beard. He look like Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Let me stop playing. But in reality, they have an avatar in their mind, right? How he should look because of protection,
for sure.
Right? Which you should be seeking in a man. Protection in some form, physical or non-physical, right? How he should look. How not only how tall he is he handsome? Then on top of that, does he know how to dress? Does he know when to dress it up and when to keep you down? Does he know how to mix it up? Or do you look at him like, what the hell he got? What the hell he wearing at this situation? right? You sent me something earlier. I feel like basketball and football players are the worst dressed people in the world. These dudes don't know how to dress. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They are the worst at it.
A lot of
them. And
oh man, the video I said.
Oh my God, I'm talking about what this dude had on, bro.
And I actually like his page, his mindset. It's just his dress code. Again, it's for him.
It's for him.
But it's close to looking like
so
poverty.
Garbage, bro. It's so garbage, bro.
Terrible dress.
So you got basketball players wearing dresses, but I digress. But my point is that a 360 full wholesome man that most women want. They dive, they yearn. They feel like they got a cool boyfriend. He's cool. He's this and that, but he ain't got all the aspects. I'm talking about y'all in the car kissing. He know when to grab your neck. He know when not to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
He know when to turn the button off and on. He knows when to get super nasty and when to just dial it back and be sensual, right? These are things that not every man can do, unfortunately, or not in tune with, right? Then on top of that, he's intellectual. He can teach you something. He knows how to speak and knows when to turn on and off the corporate talk. He can just be around here, what up, boy, y'all good? All right, we chilling, which he don't got to be around the family like, hey, how are you guys doing? Yeah, my name's Jen. Like, turn that shit off.
Yeah.
Some people don't know they're socially awkward, right?
Oh, that's the best.
They don't understand how to adapt to a room, right? So when they go to a family party, you see how the family, hey, Papi, get my soul, what's going on? You good? Tequila? Come on, man, bring it on. Mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, jollof rice? Are you serious? Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't know how to blend in and just start making y'all laugh, right? If you're like, I like this guy. Those are diamonds in the rough, meaning they're one in a million.
Yeah, I never.
So most women are out here with Build-A-Bear boyfriends.
It's real shit. They gotta build. They building them. They're building a guy.
Man, I think you should just rock this because they know they want the certain look. They want their man to look like a man.
See, I'm gonna be honest. That right there is already a problem. A woman dressing you.
I don't think it's a
how to dress.
I don't think it's a problem. Here's the problem.
That's a problem for me.
Here's the problem.
The last one that ever thought she had the nerve, it was close to breaking. I don't like that. Don't even think about telling me how to dress.
But see,
I'll be
Bobby,
so swagged up.
See, Bobby, you understand.
Marking the boss in the building.
You have a certain mindset on this, right? Certain women understand that they're dealing with men who all these guys know.
Correct.
I mean, the only time these boys even wear shoes, we're talking about shoes. When a man says shoes, I'm not talking about Jordans.
We're talking formal dress shoes.
We're talking about shoes, right? We're not talking about tuxedo shoes. Shoes, right? There's different types of shoes.
Nah, some men don't understand what you're saying, Mike.
Right?
Just clarify what brand, clarify.
No, I ain't even gonna give them the brand. I'm just giving the style. You go pick whatever brand you want. You want to get Stacy's, that's on you. My point is this: shoes. You get you a boot, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get you a driver. You get you a loafer. Maybe a moccasin. If you really swag.
You're going too deep, Mike.
These are 4 different styles.
Wearing shoes like that is at funerals, Mike. You could tell.
You get you a derby, right? I love derbies, right? You know what I'm saying? You get you a hard-toe bro. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many different ways you can go about it. But my point is this: you need to understand these things because why? You don't want to be 35, 40 years old and you dressing like you just in a senior in high school.
Mike, what about the linen suits, Mike? That's all some of them know is linen. Linen 2-piece, Mike. Once you say a formal event, that's all some of them know is a linen 2-piece.
And there's nothing wrong if you don't know. I just feel like, in my opinion, nowadays we're in the information age.
Yeah, social media, you got Google, you got.
What do I exactly?
There's
a lot of questions. Listen, I work with a lot of smart people in my industry. Some people are so smart they're dumb. What I mean by that is that all it takes to answer their technical question is a fucking simple Google search. Before they go and ask person, hey, do you know where da 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 da? It's something you can go and find, even if it's not a Googleable thing. It's something that you can find within the corporation. All you had to do is just put that word in there and see what came out. Instead, they would rather rely on somebody else's brain. Right? We all deal with that. Some people of us, you know what I'm talking about, that frustration, right?
Sure.
And even you get the call, Bobby, tell me about the like all they could do was go to Google, type in that thing.
Nah, laziness.
And just read a few articles on the first page.
Laziness. But you see that's a problem too. Men, you can't expect to have your options open and have great options
if you don't know your value.
If you don't know your value, you don't know what you're worth. You don't bring no value.
Yeah, you a $2
So we need to understand. You need to make sure you understand who you are and where you're positioned in life.
Right.
You're in a position, you're a grown man, 40, 45 years old, have no savings, got no credit, don't own nothing, and you trying to leave your options open. Right. You don't have shit.
You're supposed to be in your peak. Statistically, you should be at your peak in the 40s. That's when you start making the most money in your lifetime.
Some of these dudes at their 40, they just figuring out, man, I just found out what a stock is.
Yeah.
I just found out what a CD is. It was just terrible. I just found out that life insurance is real.
Right.
Damn, at 40, you just figured. But this is the problem. And then the main ones got their options super open. Now, what I'm confused about, what woman, what woman picked them? But I also
there's many women out there that fit that criteria.
Exactly.
On the woman's side.
That's true. But that's why we did the video. People, make sure you go check out our video, How to Vet a Man, because for women, because y'all need that. But also, too, we need to tell women, dudes how to vet a woman.
True.
How to vet a woman.
That's going to be our video after the next one.
Because I really need to break that down. Because a lot of women think they coming in with, I'm looking good. I got my hair done. I got my makeup on. I'm on a date. I got the box. I'm the prize. No, you're not. And we need to have men understand why and who is a good prize.
Right.
This is a problem.
Right. They don't.
Because every woman think they're the prize.
Of course.
And so then when you ask how's your credit, I don't have credit.
You don't know who to pick the real from the fake, right?
It's crazy.
Will the real prize please stand up. Because why? Men don't understand how to pick the real prize. They just think anything who likes them. They like what they like. They like who likes them. And that's the wrong strategy to have. So let's reset the room for a second, right? We spoke today about what we spoke today about.
Tonight we're talking about why men should keep their options open. Why you should know the value of yourself. Why should you make women compete for your love, for that status, for that next level of relationship? Why should you make them compete? Because at the end of the day, you got to know your worth. You don't just pick any woman out here just because she a pretty woman, or just because she gave you the box on the first date, or just because you know what, at the end of the day she paid the tip on the second date. No. I need to know what else you bring to the table.
Right. But for the men also, we spoke about how you should stop settling, which is what he's getting into. And the last thing we spoke about, which we just wrapped up, was understanding your value. And I want to go just a little deeper into that before we wrap up.
Let me take one comment too before we get
go ahead. And
Rachel Cass.
Because some men think their value is so much higher than it really is.
Yeah, Rachel says, if a relationship is too one-sided, there's not an adequate level of love and respect in it. If you love your partner, you don't sit back and watch them struggle. You work together. Facts. I do believe that a man should be the leader, but that doesn't mean putting the weight of everything on him. Facts. Martha Ball says, really might build a bear boyfriend. Dane was popping. He said, Dane said, if the man is high value, is going to be one-sided. The man doesn't need the woman to build in a financial sense. The woman needs to know her role.
Repeat that comment again.
He says, if the man is high value, it's going to be one-sided. The man doesn't need the woman to build in a financial sense. The woman needs to know her role.
Here's the problem with your comment though. It's very one-dimensional. What I mean by that is you're right only in the financial sense. But we know to build anything, finances is just the main structure. It's not the only structure.
Facts.
So when you're building a home, right, you know as a man, if you're high value, obviously the only reason you have high value is because you make more than the average man. Simple and plain.
Facts.
So you can be a $2 dude, meaning a garbage level dude in every other area of your life, but because you make $500,000, you are automatically higher value.
And you don't have no kids at all, and
you're automatically high value. It's very binary with us. What makes you a true high value person or man is not only that income, but all the other things which are what we call the intangibles. How you dress, how you put it together, knowing when to put it together.
Know how to lead.
Having, knowing how to lead, knowing how to speak to people. The same way you speak to your girl, how you speak to the janitor, how you speak to the CEO. You understand when to turn off and on. You have peers and a network of men you can lean on to say, hey, you need a job? I know the director of this and this. I know the program manager of that and that. I know the CPA at this who can get your taxes right. You have a network of people who are also influential, who look at you as, so this is not something that just Kevin made up, right? This is what I want people to understand. High value men have always been in our lives. These aren't just things that, this is before Kevin and Sam was even born, right? This is things that have always been in our world. Right. So when we talk about this, the president of the United States is considered a high value man. Because to get to that point, you have to have the right relationships, right? You have to speak the right language, how to publicly speak, how to get to that point to even get to run, be able to raise capital so you can run. All that is getting to the high value because now you're leading a whole nation. That's just to give you an example. CEOs of company, managers and directors, these are high value. So you're correct, but in a financial sense, because you can find you a high value woman too. She might not have $1 in her pocket. That's the difference with women.
Yeah, that's facts. And that's a big difference.
She can bring you so much joy and I mean, Mom, you don't even gotta work. Like we forced her because she make us so happy. Where it's like, baby, I don't care what you do.
You know what?
I'm a support it because she makes you so happy with the intention.
A lot of women don't understand that because they don't realize that you cannot have nothing, but your intangibles is so valuable, so much more valuable than the woman who has financials. The man's gonna pick you, who by theory you think she has nothing because she doesn't make as much money as you as a woman. But at the end of the day, she cares about you. She cooked for the man, which is the goal. Women don't understand. The key to a man's heart is cooking. The key to a man's heart is staying humble. The key to a man's heart is bringing him peace. Some of y'all think once you got
sum
money,
it all up, what he's saying, ladies, is
come on, man,
nurturing.
For real, like women sometimes think as long, I'm a nurse. This is the best he gonna get. Says who? That right there be driving me. There's so many nurses think that they God's gift.
Right.
Who told you this? Mm-hmm. Some of these nurses got terrible attitudes. I've dated.
In the nursing world, they have
not interested.
They have horrible.
Some of them are horrible.
Listen, in the nursing
these
world,
nurses be swearing they're the gift of God.
Listen,
because they're a nurse.
You know what they call it in the nursing world? They have horrible bedside manner.
It's true. Like it's different when you find a woman. Okay, you're a nurse, but you're humble. You're disciplined. You're peaceful. But sometimes,
great energy.
But I realize sometimes, I guess maybe the guys they dated in the past never seen a woman making 80, making 70. So, oh my God, she makes 80 gross. Not net. Yeah. Gross. Oh my God, I'm so impressed.
So here's the thing, right? To your point, to kind of what his comment was saying is that, yeah, she may need to know her role, all that. We get it. Trust me. Same with men, you need to understand your role too. But, Bobby, out of all the women you've dated,
facts,
probably less than 5 were women you automatically put in that damn she got money category.
I ain't even gonna lie. When you say less than 5, you're right. Maybe because it's for men, we don't care about your money.
That's my point.
The money part.
Now, vice versa.
Oh, women, that's
the girl that you may be with now or the girl you were with before. If you asked them all the guys they dated, let's say it was a number of 20. Of those 20, how many of them make money?
Yeah, man.
More than 50% of that 20. So more than 10 of them, she gonna say made money. Because why? That is I'm not saying it's a requirement. Like you need our money. But what I'm saying is for men, it's a little different.
Facts.
So I'm bringing this up because to his comment, yes, men who make more are considered high value. But it doesn't automatically mean just because you make money, you have high value. You're just a high earner.
Correct.
You have no value after that money. So she can know her role, cool. If she's that type of woman who doesn't bring no value herself and she just look good, okay, great. She's just filling a space. But if she really makes you think different,
I'm gonna be real with you. Now let's be honest. Dane, I love your comment. Shout out to my boy Dane. But you also understand too, a lot of high value men getting their ass divorced. A lot of high value men, women leaving them. How many wealthy individuals that's high value based on what he said is is correct. Yeah. How many high valued men are being divorced? Scottie Pippen.
He been divorced.
You know, like I'm gonna be honest.
Fine as hell too.
Jeff Bezos. We could keep going. Like, and we're talking billionaires. You know what I mean? Come on, let's be honest. At the end of the day, people gotta understand.
That's crazy.
High value doesn't always
equate to just dollars, ladies.
Exactly, and it doesn't.
Everything we just said before that is what we call value. Because it's not. Because what's valuable, Bobby? Something that's valuable is something that you can't always go find.
Yeah, it's a commodity. You could always find a man with money. You could always find a woman with money. That's not a commodity. You could always find a woman nowadays with, if you're looking for a certain type of frame or whatever, you could find. It's not a commodity.
Somebody good for the soul.
That's hard. A woman that understands being peaceful. A woman that's receptive. So that's why I say, men, understand. We thought this topic would be a great idea. Number one, men, understand. Let women compete. Number two, stop settling for anything. And then complaining at the barbershops.
They love to hear.
That's what the barbershop is, where men go to hear men complain about their relationships.
They get the chair like, boy, take your time.
That's where all the juice come out of the barbershop.
Like, boy, take your time on my I love the barbershop. I don't want to like no time soon. Like what?
Number three, understand your value. Men, understand what you're worth. What are you worth?
Yeah, and be honest with that.
What are you worth?
If you are a blue collar worker, nothing wrong, because we need y'all.
For sure.
Understand if you're not this high intellectual, sassy, classy dude, that's fine. You don't
all
need to be.
love.
That's all love. Get you a woman who can understand and value that. It's very simple. Don't go get a prissy, high class woman and you a blue collar dude. That ain't gonna work.
I'm gonna take this last comment from Dan and we're gonna close out. I mean, Dane says, one-sided in the sense a woman that wants to be with a high-value man but has a boss mindset, wants to run business, etc., will be conflict over time.
And to your point, that's a great comment. But to your point, I want you, Bobby, to explain just a little bit the title and what we're going to be talking about next week.
Oh, this is, I'm so glad
to
Dane
answer
said
his comment.
Dane, for you saying that, our next week's topic is why is boss women? Why is entrepreneurship women? Why is female entrepreneurs?
Why are so many boss women
so single? Why are these boss BITCH, as they like to call themselves, so single? Why is these women entrepreneurs so single in this world today? We're talking about that.
Yeah.
Top reasons why entrepreneurship women, why women who own businesses, boss women, are so single. Next week, Thursday. Make sure y'all tune in.
And we're gonna clarify too. We ain't talking about the ones you just got y'all shit registered with the state. And you
ain't got no business. You ain't even profitable.
No. We're talking about the ones who are pulling over six figures, multiple.
Correct.
Right? They in the $300,000-$400,000 range,
Correct.
$1 million range. They boss chicks. They're getting flown out to talk at conferences. Most of these women, unfortunately,
are single. Some of the most successful women are single. You know why? We're going to talk to you about that next week, man. Yeah. Mike, this is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com.
It's your boy Mike the Advisor. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
People, make sure you tune in next week, Thursday night. Make sure you understand every Tuesday night we talk about a financial topic, teaching you guys how to build wealth, how to grow. I got a great interview coming up. You guys are going to love it this Tuesday night. Mentourme.com.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all.